everyone. I am Emian Mufet. I'm a business consultant for Strategic Wealth Creation Institute. I'm here to give you training on the topic entrepreneurship, transition process from employee to business owner. An employee is a person who has agreed to be employed to work for some form of payment under a contract or service. Employee is a person who have agreed to work for a payment under a contract of service. Who is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is a person who sets up a business or businesses taking on financial risk with the hope of making profit. An entrepreneur sets up businesses with the hope of making profit. That is the aim of an entrepreneur. Now, he is an individual who, rather than working for an employee, he runs small businesses and faces all the risks and rewards of the business. An employee is a person who has agreed to be employed to work for some form of payment, salary or wage, under a contract of service. An employee is someone who works under another person for an agreed payment. Who is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is a person who sets up a business or businesses, taking on financial risks in the hope of making profit. Every aim of an entrepreneur is to make profit. So an entrepreneur is a person who sets up businesses with the hope of making profit. Now, in other words, he or she is an individual who, rather than working as an employee, runs a small business and assumes all the risks and rewards of a given business venture. Now, what are the risks? What are the rewards? Those things that they enter with making the business not to fail, and also the rewards of the business. Those are the things that an entrepreneur assumes all the responsibilities. He takes it upon himself so that the business will become a better business. He runs a small business and assumes all the risks or rewards of a given business ventures, ideas, or goods or service offered for sale. An entrepreneur is commonly seen as a business leader and an innovator of new ideas and business processes. We were taught that the factors of productions are the land, the labor, capital rights in this sense of that definition. An entrepreneur is someone who manages the three factors of production, which is land, capital, and labor. Now, in order to expand the business, he manages the land, he also manages people under him. So with this definition, let me put it in the sense that if you want to go into from an employee to a business owner, you should not think of salary. Forget everything about salary, because have other means that would help you or support you while you keep your business. The money that you use from the business, you get from the business, you save it so that you'll be able to expand on your business. So lose every mentality that you're going to pay yourself at least for the first 6 months to 1 year. That is something you have to note. Number two, you have to make enough money. Make sure you have saved enough money that can tide you and your family for at least 6 months, or better still 1 year. That's what I just explained. You have to save enough money before you go into the business. So you will not want to touch the business, because it's very harmful to touch your business money. It's harmful at least for the first few months. Now, number three, you have to do a wider variety of tasks. Do a wider variety of tasks that you may not know or even like to do, but unfortunately you have to do them. What does this mean? Now, if you want to go into the business, you have to do more research. Those skills that you do not have, the skills that you do not know, you have to go for training, get more insight on those things so that you'll be able to sustain your business with those skills. What you do not know, you need to go for training and know more in order to be able to manage your business well. Number four, in starting up a business, you have to be ready to embrace it and walk your way smoothly. whatsoever you do not know. Going into the business is a process, and you will learn so much from it. So embrace what you learn, even your failures, embrace it. It will train you and it will give you an edge to succeed. So the more things you learn in your business while doing your business, the more you will succeed. Do not take failure as something that would keep you down. Anytime you fail, please stand up, do your best, and learn more and improve yourself and go on with your business. Now, number 5, you develop a listening ear and a teachable mind. Very important, develop a listening ear and a teachable mind. Then, things to consider when transiting from being an employee to a business owner. What do you have to consider when you want to go from an employee to a business owner? Number 1, you have to decide on what you want to do. Decide on what you want to do. Do I really want to be a business owner? Do I really want to be an employee? Do I want to remain as an employee? Do I want to be a business owner? You have to decide on that before you go into business, because once you start up a business, it will not be good to stop it halfway. Maybe when challenges come, you now decide that you want to stop. So you have to decide first. Do you have the ability to go into business? Do you want to continue as a businessman, or you want to continue as an employee? You have to ask yourself these questions. In deciding what you want, you have to build your mind towards, number 1, working independently. Now, when you have people under you, you must know that you should not rely on your team or the department. Have a little knowledge on everything that the business, or everything that everybody does in the business, so that when somebody decides to grow, you'll be able to do that particular job the person was doing. Number 2, build your mind towards facing the risks and uncertainty that comes with starting a business. You have to build your mind towards facing the risks and uncertainty that comes towards starting a business. Number 3, make good quality decisions that will push the business towards a higher peak. Number 4, be watchful, identify opportunities that can seize and has a working time, maybe a working time range, maybe you resume from 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. You do not have a working time range. If you want your business to develop, if you want your business to grow, you need to put in the time, more time, because time is really needed to make your business grow. Put in adequate time, do a lot of research, do a lot of thinking, write down a lot of things. The more time you put into your business, the more your business, you see your business flourishing, you see your business growing. And then number 6, push yourself into doing something every day without supervision. Always ensure that you achieve a goal. Set a goal for yourself every day, a daily goal which you must achieve, and you'll see that your business will grow. Number 7, handle the pressure when the going gets tough and things are not going as you have envisioned it or planned it. Handle the pressure. There's always pressure in starting up a business, I must tell you. So you must always handle the pressure. When the going gets tough, become tougher and handle the pressure. Number 2, you have to decide what route you want to take in starting a business. Decide what route you have to take in starting a business. Now, what route means, do you want to own a business of your own? Do you want to own a business of your own? Or do you want to buy a franchise, buy into a franchise? What is a franchise? A franchise is a permission to use a person's name, market an already established product or service. Do you want to market another person's product or service? You have to decide that. Or do you want to buy an existing business? It's either the business you want to go into is either you start it up by yourself, buy a franchise, or buy an existing business. Number 3, You have to think about your potentials and your abilities. Now, you gather skills from things that you have done in the past or past jobs that you have done. You gather skills from there. You grow to become a professional in what you do every day. Take for example an auditor in an audit firm. Okay, I'm working as an auditor in an audit firm. I do audit work. I have more edge in opening an audit firm because I already have an idea in auditing. Okay, I already know how it is that an audit firm is being run. My business will succeed because I know I have an idea in that. I have worked there for years. I have grown in the work. Do you understand? So if you want to choose a business, you can choose a business based on the job you've done in the past. But if you want to ask me, okay, I did not enjoy that job, what am I to do? Get other trainings in what you want to do. Get other trainings in the business you want to go into, and you can succeed in that aspect also. Now, number 2, you have to start a business you have passion and interest in. Like, okay, like I said earlier on, I did not like the job I was doing before. Okay, go and train yourself in what you have passion for, and you will succeed in that aspect also. Ask questions and make research about the business you want to go into. Ask yourself questions like, what is the demand for the business? Is there a high demand? I tell you, you don't want to go into a business that do not have a high demand. Markets will make you succeed in your field, in your area of business. When you have a big market share, So go for products or go for a business that people has a high demand for. Do you understand? Number 2, how does the business, you have to ask yourself, how does the business really work? How does the business actually work? Ask yourself that. Number 3, ask yourself, who are the customers of this business? What is your target? Your target customers. Are they children? Are they adults? Are they bankers? You have to ask yourself, what are my target customers? Number 4, you have to ask yourself, what are needed to start and successfully run this business? What do I need to put in place to start it? What do I need to put in place to successfully run the business? You have to ask yourself that question. Number 5, you need to ask yourself, what are the cost elements in the business? Get a list of the costs. Okay? What are those things? Cost elements of the business. Get a list and see whether you can actually venture into it or not. Number 6, how much do you need to start up the business? You have to ask yourself that. Number 7, what skills and knowledge do you need to acquire before starting up or running the business? Like I said earlier on, you need to get the training, adequate training for your business. Ask yourself, what skills do I need to acquire? If you already have the skills, good and fine, you can make it better. If you do not have the skills, go for the training and acquire the skills. Then ask the resource you needed for the business. How do you get the resource needed for the business? Now, there are different ways of getting resources for your business. You can actually have a personal savings. You can get resources from your personal savings to get a loan to start up a business. We'll come to that. Number 2, get close relation. Who shares your idea and can support your idea financially also. Once you can get those people, talk to them, share your idea with them, and ask for support. Your family and friends can actually support you in starting up your business. Number 3, you can invest your money into, look for businesses you can invest your money. Investment means putting your money somewhere and your money would work for you. That is, your money would yield interest. So you can use this money later on in your for your business. Number 4, reach I do not encourage in starting up a business, but it's good in expanding, is bank loan overdrafts. If you want to start up your business, it is advisable you do not collect a loan. But if you're going for expansion, you can collect a loan. Then number 6, decide on how you want to pursue your business. Decide on how you want to pursue your business. You have to ask yourself that question. Would you want to quit your job immediately or start up a business? Number 2, will you continue your job while doing the business during weekends or spare time? Number 3, will you reduce your work hours at your job in order to devote more time in starting up your business? You have to ask yourself these questions. Remember, the more time you put in your business, the more you succeed. Remember, we're talking about things to consider when transitioning from an employee to a business owner. So we are in number 7. You need family support in decision making. Always get your family to advise you. Do not be an island, a man of his own. Just get advice from your family, from your friends. You need support from people that have actually done it or are doing business. You need support, you need advice. Then number 8, determine your target market and competitors. Determine your target market and competitors. This is very, very important. When you want to go into business, who are your competitors? You need to find out who your competitors are. Because without knowing your competitors, you cannot succeed in business. You cannot succeed in business. Now, why do we want to know who our competitors are? Number 1 reason is so that you compare your product with their product and see how you can make your product better. That is one of the reasons why you need to know who your competitors are, to improve on your product. Then you have to also know your target market. I said it earlier on, who are you selling to? Who is your target market? It's very important before you go into your business. Then number 9, daily schedule. Time is always in short supply for entrepreneurs. Create a weekly or daily schedules to help you to develop a longer term business strategy so that you'll be able to be profitable in your business. Always have a daily schedule, daily goal. I said this earlier on. Then number 10, bank some living expenses. You do not need, if you want to start up a business, you do not need much. Cut your expenses, cut your expenses. You don't need to spend so much so that you'll be able to put in money into the business and so that the business will be able to grow. Now, in conclusion, transitioning from employee to owner a bit of challenges. You must always note that, but be prepared for these challenges. Creating a new way of solving the challenges, always create a new way of solving the challenges, and creating value is not an easy task. So you must always know that every business poses its own challenges. Create new ways of solving the challenges and create value for your business. Then the quality of people that surrounds you determine how fast your organization moves. Therefore, employ people that are intelligent and smart in catching your vision and help push it into reality. Finally, ask God for direction. Don't depend on your own strength. It can only fail you. Thank you very much.